Hello, hello, Professor. We are Team 9, and I'm Sandeep, and my teammates are Satish, Ishwa, Harsha, and Srinayan. And our research is on the customer satisfaction at Swadesi restaurant located at McCallum. So let me go through the client context and what the research objective is. And before I do that, a little overview about Swadesi restaurant. Swadesi restaurant is located in three places in Dallas, and a couple of them are in Irving, and one is at Richardson here in McCallum Boulevard. And basically, they cater to the demand of the Indian community living in Dallas. And majorly, they specialize in Indian cuisine and predominantly in South Indian specialities. And recently, Swadesi has opened a branch of its restaurant division in McCallum Boulevard to cater to the Indian customer base in Richardson. So our project aims to measure the customer satisfaction of the new restaurant and thereby identifying the avenues of growth. Since it's a new restaurant, we want to find out what are the possible features that will potentially help them to increase the satisfaction, thereby increasing the customer base and the revenue and all the other avenues related to it. So let us get into the analysis. Before I do that, I want to give you exactly what the executive summary is and what is the reason behind taking up this project. Uh, so on the slide, you see three sections: market, drivers and challenges, and competitive landscape. I'll go through market first. And as you know, most of the international students, that is Indian students who study at UT Dallas, stay at McCallum, and McCallum has emerged as a favorite destination for the students due to the fact that rent is pretty low and when compared to the other places, and it's considered to be one of the best places for the potential of growth with many apartments over here and many students living. And we also see that the trend over a few years that there are more international coming students, students coming to UT Dallas, and this number is potentially going to grow in the next few years as well. Let us see the drivers and challenges that affect the customer base and the satisfaction and overall revenue of Swadesi. So I'll go through the drivers now. First one, as I already mentioned, growth in Indian students, and then it is very accessible to the students on the McCallum Boulevard, and then there are very few budget hotels in the vicinity, and then it caters for major events too. And let us see the challenges. As I already mentioned, it specializes majorly in South Indian cuisine. A variety in the menu could be one of the challenges which Swadesi guys need to work on to increase the customer base. Next is we don't have so much data from them to analyze and give them a report or give them insights on what will increase the customer base and revenue and which are potentially the result of customer satisfaction. And also there are many Indian restaurants coming up in the radius of 5 kilometers or 5 miles, and this restaurant might face a stiff competition. Let us look at the competitive landscape now. There are a few major players in and around the Richardson area, and they serve the Indian cuisine, and a few of them are Kumas, Madurai Tattukadai, Royal Sweets, Chennai Cafe, Mumtaz, and Aritaku. So here's the overview and the executive summary, and then we'll get into the research design. The first step was to define the population. The target population, we are defining it as follows. We are majorly looking at UT Dallas students, and particularly the Indian students living in the radius of 5 miles of Swadesi. And then we started collecting the data from the 25th of July, and we collected it till the 3rd of August. So we have around 125 survey respondents, out of which 93 are complete surveys. So we are using 93 of those responses to calculate or to analyze the data and come up with the data analysis. And I already mentioned that we sent out around 125. We sent around 260, I guess, around 260 mailers and links to the people, and we could only get 125 responses. So the response rate is approximately 50%, which is pretty good enough for us to analyze the data. So the second step is a sampling frame, and we prepared this survey using Qualtrics as mentioned by you in the class. And then the way we send the message, that is the link was through Facebook, WhatsApp, and we had a few emails for the people who were not accessible on WhatsApp or Facebook, and we mailed them the link to fill the survey. And we also use a QR code at the restaurant premises, so that we can get a better a view or a better idea of how things are happening exactly. And the type of sampling, as you see, since we've randomly distributed the samples to the people we know, it's a convenience and so snowball sampling. And we also ask the people to send it across to the people that they know and who have already visited the Swadesi restaurant. And that's the overview, and the rest of the content on the slide is the same. So the limitation, there's a huge possibility of bias, because we cannot expect everyone to be true about what they are filling. So a few people might fill in something that we don't really think it's possible, and there might be few samples, and results cannot be really generalized in that matter. After collecting all the survey data and analyzing it, here's what we have come up. And we'll start up with the descriptive statistics. So you see that most of the respondents were in the age group of 20 to 26, which clearly indicates that most of them are students as such. And then on the, on the next figure in the slide, the majority of the respondents were male, as we see. And then let's get into more detail about the descriptive statistics. And we see that more than 70% of the people agree that the food quality is very good, and maintaining a healthy and maintaining such healthy rate will only increase the satisfaction rate, and thus increasing the customer base, and thus the revenue that is being generated. And then figure on your right shows that more than 60% of the people agree that the hotel is well maintained and has hygienic environment. That is one of the primary reasons why, unless you maintain a healthy and a hygienic environment, people won't come back and dine at you. And this particularly, people mention that that's pretty good in Swadesi, and that's one of the reasons why they are coming back and they are becoming repeat customers there. And my teammate will go on from here.
So we conducted a chi-square test for the variables. We've deduced the dependent variable as the recommended variable. So the recommended variable is a categorical variable, and also a lot of our independent variables like food quality, quick order, age, etc. So we've had a confidence level of 80% to determine which of these are significantly impacting the dependent variable recommended. So we found out that food quality was playing a major factor in deciding the satisfaction index. So the food quality, as we see, and quick order, people were really interested in how quick they were able to get the order. And we can also see that age gap. So we can say that the age of 22 to 26 were more interested, were very satisfied with the restaurant than any other age group. So that is one of the inferences that we got out of the chi-square test. And there is another variable that we collected, that's how often in a week that they will be visiting Swadesi restaurant. And we've noted that higher the number, more they are satisfied with it, and which is pretty obvious. And there's one more interesting fact, that the students are much more interested in Swadeshi than the professionals, because it's pretty obvious, because it is a budget restaurant, and students who are in the vicinity of the restaurant are more satisfied with it, which is what Swadeshi is doing good at. So these are the following recommendations that we propose.
I'll take you through the recommendations. As you see that only 60% of the customers are students, so live in the proximity of the restaurant. What we suggest Swadesi to do is they provide better home delivery options, and we also got a response from most of the respondents that they are willing to pay $4 as the delivery charge. And we got that as a positive response from more than 50% of the people who are willing to pay, and that plays a pretty significant role in determining how well they are satisfied with Swadesi. And also, we would also want to explore other avenues such as catering to the working class people who can come dine in and spread the word across. So that since we did not have much time and we did not have much access to the people who come here, we would want Swadesi to explore its areas and other places as well, like sending flyers, sending emails, direct mail, and all that, so that people will be aware that there's a restaurant over here and they'll come, dine, and increase the customer base. And we also need to conduct the survey for a longer time to get more conclusive results. A better way of doing that is going to a Swadesi restaurant and talking to people personally and getting their opinion and actually finding out what exactly they like and what they don't and such features. In conclusion, what we say is Swadesi follows all the recommendations that we suggest them. There's a pretty good chance that they will have a satisfied customer and they'll increase the customer base and revenue in turn. That's it from us. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay.